Hi guys. So I wanted to do the MLB starting very soon in a few days. So I wanted to do my favorite MLB team of all the teams in 2025. So basically of all my life watching the MLB. I put teams here. Never seen the California Angels. I just have the magnet photo of it. I seen the Indians. So Indians gonna be back in the day. It used to be higher, and the Expos would be like maybe um, third, probably be third on the list here. But let's get into it. Number 30, the team that I dislike the most. I'm getting a little bit better here to like him, but when I was younger, I didn't like this team, and you'll know why because the team on top it is basically the Blue Jays are on top and all that, so they actually eliminate my team a lot, so that's the reason. Number 29, the Astros. At one point, I like a few players in that team. I used to like Jeff Bagwell a little bit. I'm trying to think. I didn't like a lot of players in that team. I never actually really cheered for the Astros. Uh, Number 28, Dodgers. And it's very hard to hate them now because they have Shohei Ohtani. I really like that player. Very fascinating. I used to like Freeman. He's in that team. They're picking. And a lot of things, usually a lot of these teams in the bottom, a team that beat my teams, and also team that picked up players that I like. So the Dodgers did pick up a lot of my players I like, and I don't like that. I hate that. But yeah, so the Yankees got Donaldson too. Really like Donaldson. Number 27 is actually Cleveland because Cleveland grabbed always my Blue Jays players. They've been not. I don't know. I never really cheered too much for them. Trying to think of a player that I like. Don't really like players there. 26. I never liked the Giants. Never. And they got up these last years, but I didn't like them in 2000, in the 90s. I didn't like this team at all. And yeah, and then they picked up Barry Bonds. I'm not really a big fan of Barry Bonds, not because of the steroids or whatever thing. I just never liked that player. Texas Rangers number 25. I know they went. They won the World Series that year, but I was actually not cheering for the Rangers. I was cheering for the Arizona Diamondbacks. So, but another team that was always picking up my players, beating up my teams. So most of these teams are the teams that beat my teams. Another team that beat my team a lot. Teams that I like, Phillies. The only thing I like about the Phillies, I actually respect. I should say respect is I like pitching, and they have really good pitching, and they really have good pitching, and that's the reason. And the same thing with the Rangers, they have good pitching, so that's the only thing maybe I like. So I'm starting to like them more just because they're pitching, because I like pitchers. I think it's really cool. Washington National, not a big fan. Especially when the Expos became the National, that hurt a lot. So, in the years, they got a little bit higher, but they're not going to be in that area for a long time. White Sox, I prefer the Cubs over the White Sox. It's really hard to cheer for them especially with the year they had last year. Last year, one of the worst year of all time, and worse in the modern era for sure. But I can't cheer for the White Sox. Mets, another New York team right here. The Mets. I like a few players back in the day. Piazza. Now they got Soto. Not really a big fan of Soto. But I'm happy for them though. They got that player from the Yankees of all teams. But still, not a big fan of the Mets. Cardinals. A few players I used to like. I like back in the day, even though I know there's like steroids and all that stuff. When McGuire was against Sosa, I actually enjoyed that. But I know that I don't. I can't. I can't deny if they did those things. So I'm gonna put them there. Seattle Mariners, like the other teams, they beat a lot of my teams. I like, so that's the reason they're that low. You'll see at the top, my favorite team is the Oakland A's, and the Mariners beat them a lot, a little bit less than the Astros and teams like that, but or Yankees or something like that. But yeah, I have Mariners there. I like their pitching though. San Diego Padres 18. They used to be higher, but now they're still the. I don't want to say the underdog. They're not winning a lot, but they're getting a lot of players. They're not like the Yankees, but there are a lot of players are going there, like the big names and all that. But they're not winning. But I mean, still, not a best team. I used to be a Marlins fans a little bit more. It used to be higher, but it's hard to cheer a team that's always losing so much. And I have my teams are not the winning kind of teams. Marlins. It's hard to. I don't know. Maybe because it's in Florida. Maybe I don't know. It's hard. I had few players that I like in that team, but they went for bigger teams. Usually that's what happens though. 16 Orioles, actually one of my divisional rivals, but I'm starting to like them a little bit more. I didn't like them in the 90s, but I'm starting to like them. Especially when they win the division and the Yankees don't make the playoff. I enjoy that. But I'm starting to less hate them. 15 Cubs. I actually don't mind the Cubs. I like the Cubs. A lot of players I like there. But so far, we'll see. They're climbing every year. The Royals also are climbing every year. They had really bad years. That actually helped me liking them more. But the years when the Blue Jays were playing against the Royals in the playoff, that hurt. So that's why they went down. 13 Brewers. I can tell you why I like the Brewers. I like the there's like a slide, and I like the beer kind of part of it. I like that part of the team. I like the colors. I like everything about that. Team wise, they don't win a lot. They win divisions, but they don't go far. Rays, I like the 90s Rays and the 2000 Rays. They've been slipping a little bit down my favorites the last few years, but they're getting back there, I guess. Because don't forget, they're my rival too, divisional rival. Detroit Tigers, I really like Detroit Tigers. They're one of my favorite team. They're underdogs, the same Pirates. I'll put both of these teams. They're both my my like underdog teams. They can go higher if they could start winning a little bit, but I like they're like I don't know. I just like the players, the team. I like Screwball. Screwball for Detroit Tigers got me be a fan for sure. Reds, I really like the Reds, but they always go far, not far in the playoff, but in the season they go up, and then they start, when the playoff comes close, they go down. So it's really hard to cheer for them. I really like them. I really want them to go in the playoff. Arizona Diamondbacks, they're 8. One of my favorite teams. Now we're getting to my favorite teams. Arizona Diamondbacks, I used to like Randy Johnson. I almost said Jackson. Randy Johnson. I like the pitching right there now. Merrill Kelly. I really like the pitching in Arizona. I really want them to. I wanted them to win the World Series a few years ago. They didn't do it 2 years ago, and nobody thought they would actually go to the World Series that year. So I really enjoyed that run. Number 7, Twins. One reason I like a lot of the Twins. One reason I'm cheering for them is just I want Minnesota to win something, and it'd be nice if baseball was the thing. I would love the Twins. In the 90s, the Twins won a few World Series. They've been not winning for a long time. So I would love the Twins to win, and they're probably going to pass this team very soon. The Angels lost Shohei Ohtani. Angels I used to like the Angels in the 90s. I like the movie Angels in the Outfield. I like I said, Shohei Ohtani, and they lost him. I think that was a mistake, but I know they were not going to be able to pay him because he has a big contract. So I know he was going to leave. That's what happens in small markets. I know because I'm a fan of a small market. So the Angels, they're not going to be good for a few years here. Number 5, Boston, rival of the Blue Jays. But I like Boston teams. I like the New England Patriots. I like the Bruins. So I like really Boston teams, and I don't mind Boston, even if they beat us. And you know what? Especially when they beat the Yankees, one year they were trailing 3-1 and came back and beat the 3-0 actually, and came back and eliminated the Yankees. That was one of the best things I've seen in my life. So they are 5. Number 4 is the Braves, and that's mostly the last few years, and mostly because they always have good pitching. In the 90s, they had John Smalt, they had Tom Glavine. They really had good pitchers, and that's the reason I like them. It's not just because of Freeman or Chipper Jones and stuff like that, but I actually do enjoy watching those guys play. They also had Josh Donaldson that's my favorite player of all time, and he actually went to the Braves, and that was beautiful because he went to Yankees after. That was kind of weird, but went with the Braves. And when Donaldson went to the Yankees, that was really hard for me. I couldn't stand that. But with the Braves, that was really awesome. Number 3 is the Rockies. So I'm going to get this Rockies logo here. I really enjoy the Rockies. The Rockies, I like the color of the jersey. I like the team. I like everything about the Colorado Rockies. I like the year they went. They were really bad, and then they just start winning to go right to the World Series, and lose to the World Series. But still like the Colorado Rockies. I think I'm never gonna be not a fan of the Colorado Rockies. The 3 first teams here, I'm a total fan for sure. Number 2 is the Blue Jays, and they're starting to lose me because they're losing really top players, and they're losing good pitching and all that. It's really hard to watch a little bit lately. But when they had Josh Donaldson, and they had Kevin Pillar and Jose Batista, they had really good offense and good pitching. Back in the day, Roy Halladay, really good pitching. Really good pitching, and I really enjoy Toronto Blue Jays. And they had Roger Clemens. And they won in 92-93, but I remember a little bit of the 93, but I don't really remember the 92. But that was the last time they won. I don't see them winning soon. But yeah, so and then number 1, Oakland A's. My favorite color is green. I always like the A's back in the day. I used to like them in the 90s, 2000s. It's going to be weird this year to call them the Vegas A's. It's kind of weird. I don't know which color. I hope they don't change to green. That's going to be weird for me. But I will still be a fan because I've been a fan since, not day one because I was not born, but I've been a fan for a long time. And I'm going to keep being a fan. So this year, I'm going to do a review of each team for the A's. Every team, every game. If there's 164 games, I'm going to do a review of all the games. The Blue Jays, I'll do the Rockies also. I will do all 3 teams I like the most. I'm going to be doing reviews. So, yeah. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Like and subscribe. Thank you for all your support. And I'll see you soon with more videos. See you guys.